Hello, hello. I'm very happy to have you here at our regular talks about how to become the best version of ourselves. The topic of today's video is how to reprogram our mind for success to set the perfect foundation for the upcoming year, how to shift our limiting beliefs from negative to positive, and how to do it fast, without the fuss and without stressing over them, because sometimes we really are. So I think that these topics are truly exciting. Get yourself comfortable and let's take a deep dive into today's video. Before we actually start, my name is Anna, and if becoming your best, most authentic, successful self is something that you are really interested in, then this channel is perfect for you. Press all of this thumbs up, follow me, I'll be happy to have you here. And your journey starts now. Let's go. So before we actually talk about how you shift limiting beliefs, you need to understand what a limiting belief is. And a lot of people think that limiting belief is something very heavy, something that will not move or change fast, and that you will need to spend years and years of working on. But this is incorrect. Limiting beliefs are just habits. Yes, exactly. Do you know that you have about 70 to 80,000 thoughts in your head every day, and that 80 to 90% of these are actually the same that you had yesterday, months ago, year ago? And if this is something that you are repeating every day, even unconsciously already, tell me, what is this if not a habit? And yes, this is sometimes a little bit hard to shift a habit, but this is actually possible, because when you understand what a limiting belief is, that it is not true, it is not 100% certain fact, this is just a habit. This is just something that you repeated enough times that it would become a part of you, like smoking or drinking alcohol, or even if you want to call someone who you call very often, you already remember their number and you just put it unconsciously without even thinking about it in your phone. Again, the most important thing you need to understand about a habit, it doesn't have to be a good one. It doesn't have to be a real one. It doesn't have to be something that is a fact. I'm talking about limiting beliefs right now. And it's never real about you. And what is the best thing about habits is that you can always create a new one. Let's talk about how our beliefs, aka habits, are actually getting formed and how do they become a part of us that we cannot differentiate from ourselves. Every belief is a bunch of neurons that constantly fire and wire together. And what does it mean? So when you start doing something new, you do not have any neural connections connected to this particular subject. Let's say you want to start playing piano. You do not have any neurons, any knowledge about how to play piano. But when you start attending lessons, when you start watching videos about how to play piano, how do other people do this, you get neurons that start firing together and wiring together. And therefore, the more you do this, the more you repeat this action, the better you become at playing piano. And if you do this, let's say for a year or 5 years or 10 years, you become a pro at playing piano. And you will do this unconsciously, because all of your neurons are already wired so strongly together that they get fired up automatically once you see the piano. So think about neurons and neural pathways as about the actual path. When you start walking a new path, it's just like clump of grass, there is no road, there is no nothing, but the more you go through it, the more people, neurons, start going through it, it becomes a highway at some moment of time. And this is why your beliefs are so strong and your habits are so strong, because with the time they became an actual highway, and there are dozens, hundreds of thousands of different cars, neurons are running through it. So what is the good news about it is that the less you fire neurons together, the less active this autobahn, this highway becomes. The easiest way to change the highway and make it become unusable is to be unbothered about it and to actually create a new highway that will be better, faster, more comfortable, and people, cars, neurons will be more excited going through it. And here are a few ways how you can actually do this. First thing, and this is 0.1 that you need to understand, is that you really need to be unbothered about it. Because the more you associate yourself with limiting beliefs, let's say, I am unworthy of having something, or I am unworthy of success, I will never be successful. This is a good one for today's video. The more you become connected to it, the more you associate it with your actual self, the harder it will be for you to actually act towards changing this belief. You should separate yourself from whatever trash that you have in your head, because anyway, it's not true. You form your beliefs through hearing someone important to you talking about it, or you heard it from other people saying it about you. You started repeating it over and over again, and you started believing in it, or there was some action or event in your life that made you to come to this conclusion and also start repeating this thought, and this is how it appeared. But it is never true. Your limiting beliefs are never actually real. I am telling you 100%. The more you act unbothered towards them, the more you understand that, oh my God, this belief that I am not worthy of success, it's just a thought. It's just something that I repeated over and over. This is not me. This is not about me, because this is never about you. The easier it will be to change it. So you became unbothered, you clearly differentiate yourself from negative beliefs and all these things. What you do now is you can use these few methods to actually shift your limiting beliefs from failure to success. The first one is doing affirmations. And before you start saying, oh, this is connected to manifesting or whatever, you manifest from your belief systems. So if you want to become successful, you need a successful belief system. And affirmations are actually thoughts. The same thoughts that have been repeated some time ago, negative ones about yourself, that currently form your unsuccessful belief system. So now you need to make the new paths for these neurons with the positive beliefs and positive belief systems. And it will work because it has no other way. It has to work. Because the more you will be firing these neurons together, the more you will start believing that you are successful. The more opportunities you will start to notice, the more you will start taking actions, and the less you will start being afraid of failure or whatever, because you will internally believe that you are worthy of success and you are successful. So what you need to do is to choose for yourself a couple of affirmations that will signal for you that you are successful. The best way to form affirmations is to form them in a way how you would speak to your best friend. Like, would you say that I am successful, or would you say something like, I am the most successful motherfucker in this earth? So this will really depend on how you speak day to day in your life. Don't be afraid to use curse words, to use any slang or whatever it is, to actually form it in a way that will be usual for you. Because the more authentic this phrase for you is, the easier it will integrate into your brain and belief system. So now you can repeat it every day for like 2 to 3 times per day for 5 to 10 minutes each time. Just set a timer for yourself and repeat these affirmations again and again and again and again. And the more you fire these neurons together about how crazy successful you are, the less neurons that believe that you are not successful are firing, and therefore these pathways about you being unsuccessful become non-existent. The next thing that also works miracles, and I got it from Joe Dispenza books and videos, is actually the mental repetition. So what mental repetition is? This is the process where you actually imagine yourself being the version of you who already has what you want with the belief systems that you want to have, and you start thinking about how does this person behave in their day-to-day life, how do they act, what do they think, etc., etc. And you basically sit and visualize this for yourself and practice it, because your brain doesn't understand what is real and what is not. And this would work miracles combined with affirmations, because affirmations are helping you to create new neural connections, while mental repetition helps you to create new behavioral models that you will be able to strengthen these neural pathways with. So you sit down, you relax yourself, you may turn on some subliminals or some just relaxing music, you relax your body, and then you start imagining how would, let's say, you behave in your day-to-day life. How would you behave at your work? How would you behave when you wake up? What would you be thinking about, etc. And your task during this mental repetition is actually to become this person, to feel like this person, and to think like this person. And again, your brain doesn't understand what is real, what is not. So give your imagination full freedom, and your brain will be thinking that this is what is actually happening with you. So just do it. Now, the last but not the least is actually the most important thing, I guess, because without it, nothing is going to work. And this is actually consistency and being really dedicated to these practices. And a lot of people become so unmotivated, so depressed, and so disappointed in themselves that they cannot change something that they have been doing for 20 years in 3 days or in 1 week. Like, why? Why are you so strict with yourself, and why you give up so easily and so fast on that? I don't really understand that. Do you think that when you become someone, and you literally became someone with all of these belief systems, etc., they are you right now? You have been doing something for 20 years. Do you think that you are going to just shift it like that in 3 days, in 10 days, or whatever, and you expect immediate results? Why are you so strict to yourself? This is even illogical by itself. You should give yourself time and dedication. And one more important thing that you need to understand is your conscious decision to stop living the way you have lived before, to stop willing to live in hatred towards yourself, in all of this self-pitying and being a victim, believing that you're unsuccessful, that you're not worthy, or whatever it is. The key to all of these shifts is to actually consciously decide that you are no longer going to live like that, that you deserve better. You may not believe in it like fully, but on the core of your subconscious mind, you should have this thought that you deserve to live better. And before you actually decide that I don't want to live like that anymore, this will be hard for you to change, because you cannot be successful and unsuccessful at the same time, confident and not confident at the same time. Like, choose your fighter, who you choose to be with. A lot of people give up because they did not make this conscious decision for them to stop living like that. And this is more comfortable for them to get into familiar hell, to get back to it, to all of these limiting beliefs, because they already know it, they know how to navigate through it, they know how to live like that, etc., than to keep forcing themselves to become the new person, to go into unfamiliar heaven that will bring them way more benefits, but they don't know how to do that. And when they face a challenge, this is way easier for them to get back into their victim mindset, into their unsuccessful mindset, than start acting like a new person, because they believe that this is easier to live the way they are, and this is what they deserve, and yada yada yada. You should think differently. You should exactly understand what is happening for you, and you should have this strict, conscious, clear decision that you want to change. The will to change is what is going to keep you moving forward again and again and again. Believe me. And just so you know, you deserve way more than you can imagine right now. I hope you liked this video. I did my best. As always, I'll be very happy to see you in my next videos. I wish you all the best. See you soon. Bye.